Hey you guys, welcome to another Reformer YouTube workout. I'm excited to be back. Okay, today we're gonna sculpt and tone your back. So, we have a little bit of prop usage. You need some weights, okay? I'm gonna tell you exactly how they go, but I need you to grab a pair of light to medium dumbbells. Okay, so I have a pair of 5-pounders, and then one heavier dumbbell. I have a 10-pound dumbbell. You could go anywhere from 5 pounds, so you could use one of those lighter ones if you want, all the way up to 15 pounds. However, that one heavy dumbbell, you will be doing a bent over fly, okay? So one at a time, right? I'm gonna sequence it in, so it's not like a lot of reps, okay? But I want you to know that that long extended arm in that lateral lift, you're gonna feel it, okay? Now, most of the other time that we're using, you're gonna be using that heavy weight for rows, hinges, so it can handle a heavier load, but I wanted to let you know about that fly. That's why I'm sticking with a 10-pound weight, okay? On the other things, I could probably go heavier, but it's gonna build up. It's gonna add up, okay? So I have a pair of 5-pounders and a 10-pound dumbbell. Think lots of rows today. Think lots of push-ups, okay? It's gonna be sequenced throughout. You're going to feel everything. I'm going to drive back to the core like I always do. That's what Pilates is all about, okay? So we're sculpting and toning your back, but on the Pilates Reformer, right? So it's always about the core. All right, let's go over setup. From front to back, your foot bar is down and out of the way. You're not gonna touch it. Your platform, have a squishy pad on your platform if your platform is rough, because at the end we will be doing a plank and a push-up on the platform, okay? One extra light spring. In Balanced Body World, that is a yellow spring. In other brands of Reformer, it may be a white spring, it may have no color, it may just be one spring, but your lightest spring possible, please, okay? It's gonna stay that way, you're not gonna change it. Your shoulder blocks are on, nice and tight. Your headrest is down. It's gonna stay that way. You are not gonna touch your straps. I do have them hooked up on the pegs. When we are working in the rear well, I just want you to be conscious that they're there so that we don't trip over them or get tangled up, okay? Risers, nice and tight, please. You are gonna be holding on to these for one sequence, so I want you to make sure they're tight and they're secure. Now, dumbbells, they are in your rear well. I have the lighter dumbbells off to the side. So 2 5-pound dumbbells, one on the right side, one on the left side, okay? Your heavier dumbbell is right in between those two, okay? 10-pound dumbbell right in between. Now, they're at the very rear of the machine inside the well. We will grab them when we need them, but there they will stay out of the way. For the first 3 sequences, you don't even touch them, okay? Are you ready? Sculpt and tone your back, baby. Let's go. All right, join me on the Reformer. You're gonna be rear facing. So your knees are gonna come up against your shoulder blocks, okay? We're always gonna warm up the core first. So hands are gonna come on to your frame. All right, so they're slightly wider than your shoulders right now, but I would like them in line with your shoulders to start, okay? I want you to think about wrapping your ribs, drawing your belly button up and in, but I don't want you to round your back, not yet. Keep your back neutral. Your eyes are in the well, nice long neck, okay? So we're not looking at my thighs, I'm looking straight down, all right? Tailbone reaching away from the crown of the head. Please relax your toes so the top of your foot is nice and long. On your exhale, you're gonna nod your chin and round your spine and curl your tailbone under you. So we're gonna start with a little cat-cow. On your inhale, you're gonna go the other way. Inhale, let the chin look up, let the tailbone wag up. Exhale, nod the chin, round the spine, draw that belly button up through the ceiling. Inhale, go the other way. When you find that cat, I want you to imagine a puppet string right on the middle of your thoracic spine pulling you up. Your chin and your tailbone hang, right? But curl, pull them underneath you. Good. Inhale, look up, gently wag up. Last one. Exhale, nod the chin, round the spine, curl. Inhale, go the other way. Come back to your flat back and stay right there. All right, we're going to do some cat abs. So I want you to take your hands and I want you to walk them forward about 4 inches. All right? Heels of the hand wrapping the frame. On your exhale, we're going to continue that rounding of the spine. So you're going to find flexion. I want you to make sure right now that your hips are over your knees, okay? That you're not back here. Hips are over your knees. The tops of your thighs are pressing against the shoulder blocks, okay? On your exhale, I don't want you to move the carriage. I want you to round your spine. So here we go. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, nod the chin round the spine. Hold it. And now with soft elbows, you're going to use your lats and your waistline to draw that carriage to the heels of your hand. And then you're going to inhale as you go back to your flat back and return the carriage to the bumper. Okay, always rounding the spine before you move the carriage. Here we go. Exhale, nod the chin round the spine. I'm looking at my inner thighs. Exhale as I draw the carriage towards the heels of my hand. I want you to think about your back as much as you think about your waistline. Inhale, travel back home. Nice neutral spine. Exhale, nod the chin round the spine. Draw the carriage in towards the heel of your hand. Good. As you release, you return to your flat back. One more time. Shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, nod your chin round your spine. Hold. Exhale, draw that carriage towards the heels of your hand. Inhale, return it back home. And stay right there. Now keep your left hand exactly where it is. Take your right hand and move it over in front of your left hand. So both hands are on the left side of the frame. We're going to do the same thing. Here we go. No moving the carriage. I want you to round first. Exhale. Nod the chin, round the spine. You're going to notice not as much flexion. Okay, same thing. Exhale, soft elbows, draw the carriage towards the left hand. Inhale, return it back, neutral spine. Okay, same thing. Exhale, nod the chin round the spine, hold that. Exhale, draw the carriage in towards the left hand. Inhale, release back to start. 2 more. Exhale, nod the chin round the spine. Not as much range of motion here, but you should be able to get that carriage up towards the heel of your hand. Okay, so that range of motion is the same. And then come back to start. Last one, relax your shoulders. Exhale, nod the chin round the spine. Draw the carriage in. Inhale, take it back. And let's go to the other side. Take your right hand, bring it back to the right side of the frame. Left hand is going to go in front of the right. Same exact thing. Here we go. Exhale, nod the chin round the spine. Exhale, draw that carriage towards the right hand. Inhale, slowly release. Now, along with the back, you're going to feel those shoulders today. You're going to feel those triceps. You're going to feel that waistline a whole bunch. Okay? Inhale, take it back. So lots of lats. Okay, I'm going to talk about the rhomboids a little bit right in between those shoulder blades. Last 2. Exhale, nod the chin. Round the spine. Inhale, take it all the way back. Good. Last one. Exhale, nod the chin round the spine. Draw the carriage in. Inhale, send it back. And come all the way back to both hands on the frame. Okay, walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Right here. You are going to turn your toes under. Okay, so toes turned under. Knees are still up against the shoulder blocks, all right? Your hands are now back in line with your shoulders. All right, I want you to feel your back body. You're gonna breathe into those rhomboids. You're gonna breathe in between your shoulder blades. As you inhale, you're gonna lift those inner thighs 1 inch off the carriage so the knees pick up, right? Your tops of your thighs are still against the shoulder blocks, but now your knees are hovering 1 inch off the carriage. Good, hold. 3, 2, set your knees down. Okay, the next one, you're gonna take that hover and you're gonna hold it. I just wanted you to feel the first one. Here we go. Inhale, inner thighs pull up along the spine, we hold our hover. Okay, now from here, we are gonna walk our hands towards the rear risers. Okay, so my right hand, my left hand. I want you to keep your knees under your hips, knees under your hips, all the way to the rear of the frame, or the rear of the reformer. Knees are under your hips. You're still in quadruped. Walk back. Left hand, right hand. Little steps. Left hand sliding across the frame. Good. Knees stay under your hips the whole time. You're going to feel that back check in. Take the carriage all the way home. Set your knees down. Okay, we're going to do that again. Inhale. Inner thighs hover. Hold. Walk. Right hand, left hand. Right hand, left hand. Carriage is moving with you on that extra light spring. That's why we needed it nice and light. Hold. Walk back. Left hand, right hand. Left hand, right hand. I know this is a lot on the hands and the wrists. Okay, we're not here forever. Hang on. All the way to the frame, or all the way to the bumper, set the knees down. Okay? One more time. Here we go. We lift those inner thighs. Hover, hold. Walk. Right hand, left hand. Right hand, left hand. Right hand, left hand. Hold it. Walk back. Left hand, right hand. Crown of the head is reaching far away from that tailbone. Okay? All the way back to the bumper. Hold it. Set your knees down. Okay, this time you're not going to walk. Well, you're going to walk a little bit, halfway. Okay, hover your knees. Inhale, hover, hold. Walking halfway. Right hand, left hand. Right hand, left hand, hold. Okay, your knees are under your hips. But now I want you to extend your legs all the way so you're in a plank. Now bend your knees back under your hips. Carriage pulls under. Good. Inhale, extend the legs. Exhale, bend the knees. Good. The crown of head is still reaching away from the tailbone. I'm looking straight down at my 10-pound dumbbell. Good. My tailbone is reaching for my front platform. Nice long spine. 3 more. Bend and extend. Exhale, bend and extend. Last one. Bend and extend. Bend your knees. Set your knees down and walk all the way home. All the way home. Whoo! Okay. We are going to take one more walk. Knees will be down. We just got to get to our rear risers. Okay? So keep your knees up against your shoulder blocks. Okay? Roll out your wrists. Give them a quick little roll out. No more frame walking. Okay? Except for right now. You're just going to walk back. So I want you to draw the carriage all the way back to the frame, to the rear risers. Grab onto your risers. Okay? You're going to feel lots of tension right away. So we're going to get into proper form. I want you to hover your sitting bones over your heels. All right? So you're in a hinged position. So we've closed the gap a little bit on that front hip. All right? Sitting bones are reaching for your heels. Toes are relaxed. You've got your collarbone nice and wide, and I want you to think about your shoulder blades falling down and around the ribs. Okay, my elbows are soft, my palms are facing in, holding onto those risers. Okay, on your exhale, you're gonna bend your elbows to row the carriage back. Okay, so here we go. Exhale, elbows bend, carriage will touch the rear frame. Inhale, extend. Your upper body and the position of your hips is not going to change. So I want you to lock those in place. The core is going to hold that nice and stable. Exhale, bend your elbows. Shoulder blades are down and around the ribs. Inhale, extend your elbows. 2 more. Exhale, bend. Inhale, extend. Good. Last one. Exhale, bend. Feel your back. Engage those lats, right? Inhale, extend. Now, your right hand is going to stay on the riser, but your left hand is going to reach down and grab that light dumbbell, okay? Now, you're going to reach that left arm right in front of that shoulder block. This left arm's got some work to do. So the left arm is going to row. Left elbow pulls up and back. Give me a tricep kickback. Extend and bend. Good. Extend that left arm. Do it again. Row, kick back, bend, and extend. You're extending out in front of that shoulder block and that handlebar, okay? It's a row up by your hip, extend, bend, and release. 3 more. Keep that right arm straight. Try not to twist. Bend, extend, bend, release. 2 more. Row, kick back, bend, and release. Last one. Row, kick back, bend, and release. Now go ahead and set that dumbbell back down on the floor. Grab back onto your riser. Find your hover. Okay, so both hands are back on the riser. You're in your hover, collarbone wide, right? Ribs in line with your hips. Let's do 4 more rows. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend, resetting through center before we do that right arm, okay? Last 2, and extend. Good, last 1, and extend. Now hold that left hand on the riser. Right hand reaches in the well, grabs that lighter dumbbell. Here we go, right arm. Row up to the bottom of the ribs, top of the hip. Kick back, bend, extend. Good. Row. Kick back. No twisting. We stay square to the frame. Bend. Kick back. Bend. Release. 3 more. Row. Kick back. Bend. And release. Last 2. Row. Kick back. Belly button is pulled up and in. Last 1. Row. Kick back. Bend. And extend. Now set that dumbbell back down in the frame. Okay, inside the frame. Both hands on the risers again. We got another 4 rows. Both hands there. Find your hover. Here we go. Row. Extend. Good. Each arm has 1 more set, but it's not going to be a row and a kickback. It's going to be a fly. Okay? Last one right here. Elbows bend. We feel the back pull us in. Inhale, extend. Right hand stays on the riser. Okay? Last time. Grab that left dumbbell. Okay? Now I want you to take that arm outside the left knee. Okay? Palm is facing in. Here we go. It's a fly. That left elbow stays soft. We laterally lift and lower. Keep your chest square to the headrest. And lower. Good. Fly and lower. 3 more. Lift and lower. Good. Last 2. Lift and lower. Last 1. Lift and lower. Put that left dumbbell back in the frame. Grab onto your riser with that left hand. Reset. Find your hover. 4 rows. Bend and extend. Whoo! Bend. I wasn't kidding about sculpting and toning today. Last 2. Bend and extend. Last 1. Bend and extend. Keep your left hand on that riser. Elbow soft, but arm is straight. Grab that right dumbbell. Bring it outside your right knee. Square off your shoulders. Shoulders away from the ears. Inhale. Fly. Release. Good. Lift and lower. That dumbbell comes no higher than shoulder height. Okay, last 3. Lift and lower. Inhale, exhale. Good, last 1. Lift and lower. Put that right weight back in the frame. Hold on to the riser. Last time, 4 rows. Here we go. Exhale, bend and extend. Bend. Good, draw that belly button up and in. Feel the glutes nice and broad. 2. And extend. Oh, those arms are shaking. Last 1. Bend and extend. Good. Now, before you let go, before you walk back, take your dumbbells, your light ones, and put them on your headrest. Okay? 1, 2. Make sure they're nice and stable. Okay? And then both hands on the frame and walk yourself all the way back home. Okay. Now, find a high kneeling position against those shoulder blocks. Oh, the arms are shaking. Okay, grab your dumbbells. All right, your lighter dumbbells. Here we go. Now, you're gonna start in a high kneeling position. Your palms are facing your thighs. Roll your shoulder blades down your back. Broaden your collarbone. Think about drawing that belly button up and back between your rhomboids. Okay, right between those shoulder blades. Here we go. You're gonna row these weights. So just pulling them, the elbows out wide. So weights go straight up. Elbows wide. Extend the arms. Now give me a front raise. Inhale and exhale. Good. It's a chest row. Elbows wide. Extend and a front raise. Good. Now your core is keeping you nice and tall. Sternum over pubic bone. Okay? I don't want you to lean back with that front raise. I want you to stay nice and tall. It's a different way the body needs to engage, right? Row, release, front raise. Good. And lower. Row, release, and front raise. Lower. Good. Last one. Row, release, and front raise. Now lower those weights. Turn your palms in. Bend your elbows at 90 degrees. Okay? We're gonna hinge. So you're gonna reach those sitting bones, center of your glute, reaching them for your heels. Your torso will naturally tilt. That is a natural bone rhythm. Okay? So you're creasing at the hips. My back is nice and flat. No rounding of the spine. So keep the collarbone nice and broad, low back nice and long. Okay? Now, we're gonna take these arms and we're gonna do a tricep kickback. So elbows up and back, extend, and bend. This is it. Extend and bend. Good. Extend and bend. Beautiful. And bend. You have 4 more right here. Extend and bend. Last 3. Good. As you extend those arms, full extension of the elbow. No opening of the ribs. Last 1. Extend and bend. Hold the arms bent. Lift the chest, come back into a high kneeling position. Open your arms into a low W. Okay, so palms facing forward. Again, sternum over pubic bone. Draw the navel up and in. Inhale, W press overhead. Bring the bell of the weights together. Elbows come down wide, right towards the hip. Inhale, press, lengthening out of the waistline. Exhale, bend. Inhale, press. Exhale, bend. Good. Press, full extension of those elbows. Staying nice and tall, lengthening out of the hip, out of the waistline. Good. Last 3. Inhale, press. Exhale, bend. Good. Inhale, press. Feel those shoulder blades move up and down the back, right? Press and bend. Let's do one more for good measure since I lost count. Inhale, press. And bend, and bring those weights all the way down. Okay, now, we're gonna start working with that heavier weight. So what I want you to do with these lighter weights is just put them outside your frame on the floor, because we're not gonna use them anymore, okay? Unless you want one of them as your weight of choice, okay? Now, we are going to Let me just make sure I don't miss anything. Okay, good. We're gonna grab that weight. So to get there, your left knee is gonna come to your headrest. Your right foot is gonna come inside the rear well. Okay, now grab that heavier weight. So slide it towards you, and then you're gonna pick it up with your left hand. So once it's close to you, go ahead and soften that right knee. Go ahead and grab it. Okay, now we're gonna be in a lunge. So my right foot is in the well. I want you to make sure that your right foot is lined up in front of your right shoulder block. Okay, so the headrest is not gonna hit the back of your knee, all right? I want you to have that right leg over to the right side of the frame. Okay, now you're gonna take your left knee and you're gonna slide it back so that the left knee is in front of the headrest. Your toes are relaxed on that left foot and your shin is long across the carriage. Okay? Now, right foot is in the well. Let's bend that right knee and get it to track with big toe, second toe. All right? I'm in a hinged position. So, the crease at the front of my right hip is small, or it's a shorter distance, right? It's in the back in that hinge. My crown of head and tailbone are one long line. My ribs are wrapping, okay? And my sternum is in line with my thigh, okay? All right, my right hand is gonna come to my hip. My left arm has that dumbbell, and it is hanging directly underneath the shoulder. Square off your shoulders, okay? Even though I say hanging, I don't want you to let that arm drop. I want you to be strong and engaged, okay? All right, here we go. This left arm is gonna row 2 times. So my left elbow is gonna pull up and back towards my hip, extend, good, up and back, extend. Now, straighten your right leg. Straighten your right leg, the one that's in the well. Rack your weight, so you have a little hammer curl to get there. And now we're gonna press this left weight up and overhead, bicep frames the ear. Exhale, bend. Good, inhale, press. Exhale, bend. Stay in this racked position, okay? I want you to find that hinge again, so bend your right knee, allow the torso to tilt forward. Now your left psoas, left core, is gonna draw this carriage in. So on your exhale, you're gonna pull that left knee under your hip. Your right calf will hit the carriage. Inhale, extend. Okay, exhale, pull. Inhale, release. Release your weight. Okay, let's do it all again. 2 rows. Left elbow pulls up and back. Good, inhale, extend. Exhale, row. Inhale, release. Straighten your right leg. Rack your weight. Inhale, overhead press. And bring it back to that rack. Good. Overhead press. Core is strong. Bring it back. Keep it in the racked position. Bend your right knee. Find that hinge. Psoas pull. Exhale. Drag the carriage under you. Inhale. Extend it. Exhale. Bend. Inhale. Extend. Open up your elbow. Let's do it all again. 2 rows. Exhale. Inhale. Release. Exhale. Inhale, release. Straighten your right leg. Torso lifts. Hammer curl to rack that weight. Inhale, overhead press. Exhale, bend. Overhead press. Exhale, bend. Keep it racked. Bend your right knee, hinging forward. Exhale, psoas pull. Use that deep core. Inhale, release it slow. Right knee stays over the footbed, right? Exhale, pull. Inhale, release. One more time. Open up that elbow. Stay in your hinge. Row. And release. Last one. Exhale, row. And release. Straighten your right leg. Rack that weight. Inhale. Overhead press. Nice and strong. That wrist and weight need to be over your shoulder. Press and bend. Keep it racked. Find your hinge, bend that right knee, hold, exhale. Psoas pull, drag the carriage under and release. Last one, drag it under and release. Open up that left elbow and stand all the way up on that right leg. Woo! Okay, now the weight needs to come to the floor. So bending that right knee, put the weight on the floor right in the center. You're gonna bring your right knee back up to the carriage. Okay, so both knees are back up on your carriage. All right, now before we do the other side, we just got a little bit of a push-up. I just needed to double check myself again. Okay, so your hands are on the frame. All right, you're gonna take your toes and you're gonna reach them for the back edge of the carriage, okay? So your arms are slightly wider than your shoulders here. So I'm calling this a wide push-up, all right? Now, I want you to make sure that your legs are about hips width distance, okay? Not too wide, hips width. You're gonna give me 2 push-ups. So right here, your elbows are gonna track wide. Exhale, bend. The tops of your thighs are gonna hit those shoulder blocks. And then you're gonna breathe into your back to lift. Okay? Exhale, elbows track wide. Inhale, press. Now stay right here. You're gonna reach those sitting bones up and back, bowing your head between your biceps or between even those shoulder blocks. Okay? You're pressing the carriage against the bumper. All right? Beautiful. Come back to your push-up position or your plank. 2 push-ups. Elbows track wide. Inhale between those shoulder blades. Good. Exhale, bend. Inhale, press. Reach those sitting bones up and back. Find your pike. Find your down dog. Okay? Good. Come forward to plank. 2 push-ups. Elbows wide. Inhale, press. Yes, you can. Elbows wide. Inhale, press. Reach your sitting bones up and back. You got this. We got one more time. One more time before we do that other side. Come forward to plank. Here we go. Elbows go wide and press. Last one. Elbows go wide and press. Find that pike. Reach those sitting bones. Hold it. Come forward to plank and bend your knees. Put them on the carriage. Okay, let's do that other side. So you're gonna slide forward now, right knee on the headrest, left foot in the well. Line up your left leg with that left shoulder block, okay? So it's closer to the left side of the frame. All right, once you are there, you're gonna hinge forward, left knee bends. You're gonna slide that right knee in front of your headrest. This is going to allow you room for that psoas pull, right? So right now you have an open, stretched psoas, an inner thigh on that right side, okay? All right, go ahead, bend over, pick up that right weight, hold it in the right hand, okay? Or that weight in your right hand. Left hand comes to the hip. Your left knee tracks with big toe, second toe, and it is right over the footbed. Boy, I'm awfully shaky. Okay, all right, I want you to make sure that your left heel is heavier than your left toes. All right, your shoulders are squared off. Our back is engaged. Here we go, 2 rows. Right elbow pulls up and back. Inhale, release. Exhale, row. Inhale, release. Straighten your left leg. Torso lifts. Hammer curl to rack that weight. Inhale, press that weight overhead, bicep frames the ear. Exhale, bend. Inhale, press. Exhale, bend. Good, keep it racked. Bend your left knee, find your hinge. Exhale, right knee drags the carriage under us. Inhale, extend that heavy shin, heavy foot. Exhale, bend, think about your deep core. Inhale, extend. Good. Open up the elbow. Let's do it again. 2 rows. Exhale, row. Up towards the top of your right hip. And extend. Good. Row. And release. Good. Rack the weight. Straighten the left leg. Inhale, overhead press. And bend. Keep your hips square. Even though that right knee is back there, I know it is. Square off those hips. Keep the weight racked. Bend your left knee, hinge. Psoas pull. Exhale. Think about pulling that right inner thigh like a suspender up along the spine. Last one. Exhale, psoas pull. Inhale, release. Good, open up your right elbow. Let's do it again. Row, release. Exhale, inhale. Good, hammer curl, straighten that left leg. Square off your hips. Press and bend. Good, inhale. Exhale, keep the weight racked. Bend your left knee, find that hinge. Right knee pulls under. Inhale, extend. Good, pull it under. Inhale, extend. You've got one more time. Open up your right elbow. Row, release. Row, release. Good. Hammer curl, straighten that left leg, square off. Inhale, overhead press, hug that ear. Exhale, bend. Inhale, press. Exhale, bend. Hold it at the shoulder. Bend that left knee. Hold it. Psoas pull. Inhale, release slow. Exhale, psoas pull. Inhale, release slow. Straighten your left leg and release that right elbow. Oh, okay. Now, we're going to turn around, but yes. So just step your right foot into the well. I just like to check before I have you go there because I don't want to waste your time, right? Okay, keep your heavy dumbbell. Turn and face forward. You are standing in your rear well. Okay, we are going to work with that left arm again. So that weight's going back in the left hand. Our right foot is going to be forward. Okay, so I want you to bring your right foot in front of the headrest. Your left heel is going to come back against your rear frame. Okay, so you have that left heel lifted like a lunge, right? Right knee is bent, left heel is lifted back there. But I want you to press the heel into the frame so we have feedback. Okay, we have feedback for the back line of the body. Okay, find your hinged position. Okay, so my right knee is bent over the footbed, trekking with big toe, second toe. My sternum is over my thigh. My ribs are stacked with my hips. My low back is nice and long. Shoulders are square just like my hips. Send your right hip bone back and your left hip bone forward. Okay? Now, your right hand is going to grab, we're going to grab the weight in both hands. So you're going to take the bells of the weight and bring that weight right to your chest. So each hand has a bell. Okay? Now, keeping this hinge, we're going to do a halo. Okay, so I want you to make sure you keep those ribs from flailing. Okay, here we go. And you're only going to do the halo to one direction. So you're going to take this weight to the right, wrap it around your right ear, behind the nape of your neck, to the left, and back to chest. Only that direction. To the right, wrap the right ear around the nape of the neck, and back to chest. Good, 2 more. Press through the floor with that right heel. To the right and chest. Good, last one. To the right and chest. Now, give that weight back to your left hand. Right hand comes behind the head for airplane. Okay, now we're gonna do a row and a fly with that left arm. Okay, so this is where it gets heavy. 1 row, weight pulls up and back towards my hip. Extend. Now that left arm gives me a fly and down. Okay, it's a row, release, fly, and down. Weight comes no higher than your shoulder. Row, you really need to think about stabilizing for that fly. Okay, last one. Row, release, fly, release. Give the weight back to both hands. You're still in your hinge. I know. Here we go. Wrap the right ear around the neck and chest. Good. Wrap the right ear around the neck and chest. Good. 2 more. Wrap and center. Last one. Wrap and center. Pass the weight to your left hand. Right hand into airplane behind your head. Keep the shoulders square just like the hips. Row, release, and fly. Whoo! Row, release, and fly. Good. 2 more. Row, release, and fly. Last one. Row, release, and fly. Hold it right there. And come all the way up. Oh boy, you feel that right hip too and that right glute. Okay, give the weight to both hands, just like we had it before. Okay, your feet are slightly wider than your hips, just slightly. Toes are pointing forward, you're standing in the well facing forward. Extend your arms in front of your body, in front of your thighs, so your arms are long in front of you, okay? All right, here we go. We are gonna hinge. So I want you to keep your collarbone wide. Think about softening your knees, pressing outbound into your legs, so into the lateral line of the leg. As you crease at the hips, you look at the headrest. My back stays nice and flat. I'm thinking about my sitting bones broadening. I'm pressing out into the lateral line of my leg. So I'm trying to split the floor between my feet. All right, try to separate the ground between your feet. Hold that right there. You're gonna give me a row of this weight. Both elbows pull wide. Weight comes to the chest. Extend those arms. Now stand with a bicep curl. Stand and bicep curl. Press your weight overhead, 2 straight arms, and give me a tricep extension. Elbows bend, weight comes just behind the nape of the neck. Inhale, extend your elbows. Bend your elbows in front of the body again. Good, open them up. Let's do it again. Find your hinge. Separate the ground between your feet as you crease at the hips. The back stays nice and flat. Good, hold that. Give me a row, elbows wide. Extend the arms. Bicep curl and rise. Good, inhale those arms overhead. Tricep extension. Keep the ribs closed. Good, bend the elbows, open up the elbows. Let's find that hinge again. Hinge, separate the ground between your feet. So as you initiate that hinge, press outbound into your legs. You're gonna feel it all the way from the top of the hip down through the ankle and out the foot. Okay, give me that row. Release, bicep curl and stand. Inhale, press that weight overhead. Tricep extension. Good. Bend the elbows, release. Let's do it again. Hinge, press outbound, hold. Row, release. Bicep curl and stand. Inhale that weight overhead, tricep extension. Good. Bend and release. Good. 4 more. Hinge. Hold it. Row, release. Bicep curl and stand. Inhale, overhead press. Tricep extension. Good. Bend the elbows, release. Last 3. Hinge. Whoo. Row. Feel your back. Feel those lats. Extend. Bicep curl and rise. Lifting up out of the hips and waistline. Tricep extension. Good. 2 more. Find your hinge. Hinge. Press laterally into the leg. Row. Release. Bicep curl and rise. Press that weight overhead. Tricep extension. Whoo, bend the elbows. Last one, here we go. Find your hinge. Best one yet. Hold it. Row, release. Bicep curl and rise. Press that weight overhead. Tricep extension. Bend your elbows and give the weight to the right hand. Here we go. We're gonna set up that lunge on the other side. So left foot forward in front of that headrest. Right foot back, heel up and pressing against the frame. Okay, now I want you to find your stance so that that left knee is over the footbed, tracking with big toe, second toe. Hips are squared off. Left sitting bone reaches back. Right hip reaches for that shoulder block, okay? You're in a hinged position, long line from the crown of the head out the tailbone and heel. Okay, now once you are there, give the weight to both hands, right at the chest. We're gonna halo, this time only to the left, okay? So you're gonna wrap your left ear, keep your hinge, keep the ribs closed, nape of the neck around to the chest. Inhale. Exhale to the chest. Good. Inhale as you wrap that left ear and to the chest. Last one. Inhale and to the chest. Now give the weight to the right hand. Left hand comes behind your head. It's a row and a fly. Right elbow rows up and back. extend, give me that fly. Whoo, up and back. I know the fly is heavy. I want you to embrace, okay, and stabilize for that. 2, row and fly. Good, last one, row and fly. Give the weight to both hands, stay in your hinge, okay, press through your left heel, halo to the left, wrap that left ear around the nape of the neck and center. Good, inhale, excuse my sniffling. I'm still getting over this cold. If you're on my platform, you know you've heard me sniffling for a while. I know this cold's lasting forever. Last one. Give the weight to your right hand, left hand behind your head. Here we go. Row, release, and fly. Whoo! 3 more. Row, release, and fly. Good. 2 more. Row, slow release, fly. Yes, you can. Last one. Row, release, and fly. And rise all the way up. Ooh, and step that right leg in. Okay, last and final sequence. Put your heavy weight down outside the frame. You no longer need it, okay? Climb with me onto the carriage towards the platform. Hands are coming onto your platform. Okay, we're gonna find a plank. Are you ready? This is it. Okay, hands shoulder width apart. Your knees hips width apart. Go ahead and turn your toes under and extend your legs back to a plank. Now I'm gonna walk my toes about mid-carriage. The closer they are to the front edge, the more range of motion you have available to you. Okay, so the closer they are up here to the front, more range of motion, but be careful because we're gonna pike. So that's why I'm not gonna walk mine that far forward. I'm gonna be about mid-carriage, okay? Now, I want you to think about the connection from your sternum to your pubic bone. So the front line of the body is engaged here. Breathe into your rhomboids, in between those shoulder blades, okay? On your exhale, you're gonna pike your sitting bones up and back, which means you're gonna bow your head between your biceps. Hold. Give me a push-up here, a pike push-up. Elbows bend wide, the crown of your head reaches for the platform, your carriage might slide out, and press back up. Find your plank. That's what we're doing, okay? Here we go. Pike. Sitting bones reach up and back, carriage comes in. I bend my elbows wide so the crown of my head reaches for my platform. I press my elbows straight and find my plank. 4 more. Pike. Good. Pike push-up. And extend. 3 more. Find your pike. Good. Carriage against the bumper if you can. Bend the elbows and press. Extend. Whoo! Last 2. Pike, hold it. Pike push-up. Yes, whoo, we feel those lats, right? And extend. Good. Last one. Pike and hold it. Pike push-up. Extend back to your plank, and I just want you to hold your plank for 8, for 7, for 6, last 5, and 4, last 3, 2, and bend your knees to pull the carriage in. Whoo, guys, so well done. Turn around. Actually, let's add on a blue spring. Or you can even add on a red spring so the carriage doesn't wiggle as much. Turn around and face the rear. We're gonna stretch. Okay, you deserve a nice little stretch after that. All right, knees are under hips, wrists are under shoulders. Finding that nice quadruped position. You're gonna thread the needle with the upper body. So we're gonna find that thoracic rotation, okay, and loosen up the back and shoulder. I'm starting with my right arm, palm up. I'm gonna lace it through the window on the left. Oh, my right arm is shaking so much. Bring that left elbow into a bent position so that you can bring your right shoulder down towards the carriage. You can reach your hips back for your heels and just hold that stretch. Allow it to feel good. Good. Bring it all the way back up to start. We're gonna do that side again. Same arm. Right arm, palm up, lace it through that window on the left, let the left elbow bend, let the right shoulder come down to the carriage, Hold for 4. Hold for 3. Last 2. Good, and come all the way back up. Let's do the other arm. Left arm, palm up. Lace it through that window on the right. Reach your hips back toward your heels. Right elbow bends. Hold that. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry about the sniffling. Come all the way back. I know it does not sound nice into the microphone, but I cannot help it. Okay, left arm, lace it through that window on the right. Good, find that thread the needle. Let it feel good. Good, come all the way back up. Now, I'm going to have you walk into the well. So crawl forward, okay, just like we did before. Carefully step into the well. Don't mind your straps, okay? We're going to stretch with the rear risers. Now, since they're nice and tight and we've used them, I know they're there and I know they're ready. Your feet slightly wider than your hips. You're going to be some distance away from the risers. We're going to find an L stretch. So hands are going to come to the risers as you bend over, and then go ahead and walk your heels back so that you have nice straight arms and your sitting bones are over your heels. Okay, nice flat back. Find that stretch right there. Good, hold. Now, you're going to take your right hand and you're going to press it into the riser. So maybe you need to get a little bit closer. Press the right hand into the riser as the left arm pulls the other riser. So press with right, pull with left. Hold. 3, 2, 1, release. Good. Left hand, press, right hand, pull. Go. Hold that. Hold that oppositional tension. 4, 3, relax your toes. 2, and release. Let's do it one more time. Right hand pushes, left hand pulls. Go. 4, 3, 2, release that. Good. Left hand pushes, right hand pulls. Go. 4, 3, 2, and release that. Good. Walk a little bit closer to your risers. Okay, you're still in that bent over position. I'm still hanging on to them. And I want you to go ahead and round your spine. So I want you to pull your tailbone under you. Look at your pelvis. Your hands are still on your risers, but I want you to kind of lean away from the risers so you feel a nice big stretch through your back. Tailbone is scooping under. Chin is nodding. Hold that for 4. For 3, for 2, go ahead and release that. Good, so lift up out of it for a second. Let's do it again. Round the spine, let the tailbone draw under you, leaning and pulling away. I'm leaning away from the risers, so I'm holding on to them so I don't fall backwards, okay? Tailbone's under, chin is nodding. It's almost like my arms are being pulled out of my waistline. 4, 3, 2, and release that. Go ahead and have a seat on your headrest. Okay, nice and tall, feet grounded on the floor. Sitting bones down, you're nice and tall. Okay, crown of the head reaching away from your tailbone. Arms gonna come up and overhead, so we have a nice long line. Go ahead and left hand grabs that right wrist. I want you to traction that right arm up and out of the right waistline as you side bend to the left. Hold and breathe. For 4, pull that arm out of the hip. For 3, for 2, come back to center, switch. Right hand takes left wrist. Inhale, side bend up and over to the right. Pull that left arm up and out of the hip. Hold it. Breathe. 4, 3, 2. Good. Come back to center. Last and final thing, bring your arms down. Left hand comes behind you to the carriage, or can even come to the shoulder block, okay? But you're gonna twist. Right arm, actually left hand on the carriage. Let's take the right hand to the shoulder block, and you're gonna twist up and away. Keep your knees pointing forward, okay? It's a spiral through the spine. I want you to think about that barbershop pole I always talk about, right? Barbershop pole always looks like it's getting longer, not collapsing. So I want you to grow tall out of the crown of your head. Don't look down. Try to look straight forward. Okay, hold and breathe. 4, 3, 2, come back to center. Let's go the other way. Right hand on the carriage, left hand on the shoulder block. Okay, you're gonna pull with that left arm. Push with the right arm. Pull with the left, push with the right. Twist up and away. Hold and breathe. 4, 3, 2, come back through center. And guys, you're all done. Sculpting and toning your back. Not easy. Definitely not easy. If there was something there where you needed a modification, you needed a deeper cue, you weren't sure what you were supposed to be feeling, let me know. Comment below the video. I'm here and I'm available to you, okay? I answer all those questions myself. I'm a one-man band, basically. Basically, my husband cuts my videos. He's my producer. Okay, also, if you enjoyed this class but you have not checked out my on-demand platform, please check it out. It is a 7-day free trial. There are over 450 classes now up on that platform. I teach right now 4 live classes a week. It used to be 2, now it is 4. 4 live classes a week, okay, on both the reformer and on the mat. So you don't have to have a reformer at home, okay? I don't put mat workouts up on YouTube anymore. So if you're looking for more mat work, my platform is the place to go. 2 live mat classes a week, 2 on the reformer live, and then I record a bunch of other shorter format flows on the site. There's a bunch of educational tutorials as well if there are things you just want to get better at. I also go through the classical repertoire. So Pilates by JessPFit.com. Check it out. It's a 7-day free trial. I would love to see you there, and I'll see you on YouTube soon.